if that doesn't prove that, first of all, Trump is innocent, but that these people on the left are hypocrites, and that this is all just a political ploy, then I don't know what does. What's up, guys? Welcome to Let It Be Heard, where we are doers of the word, not hearers only. I'm your host, Jaden Heard, and today we're going to be talking about the incitement of violence that Trump did in his indictment, and we're going to be watching a pretty interesting video of some hypocrisy. Check it out.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick them.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look, as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
How have I not seen this?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
If you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah. It's funny because they're out here calling people on the right these domestic terrorists, and just imagine real quick like what an actual terrorist is, like someone who is killing people, who's burning down buildings, who's committing fascist acts like burning books and kidnapping people and beating them and just going crazy, right? And when you accuse someone of that, or when you're constantly feeding that to people in the media about people who disagree with them, they're going to start to believe it. And what do we usually do to people who are domestic terrorists? Well, domestic terrorists are usually put in prison for a long time. They're probably given the death sentence. They're probably just killed by our military, or they're killed by policemen. Like, that's just straight up what happens. And when it's so funny, like when you accuse someone of being a racist all the time, people have to defend themselves. And so this is what I tell a lot of my friends and myself. I don't defend myself anymore, because these people, they don't necessarily care whether or not you're racist or terrorist. They really don't. It's a narrative, right? So like, for example, I'm called a racist all the time. Look at me, y'all. Look at me. Like, I'm just some college kid chilling. I play video games. I read my Bible, and I agree a lot with what Trump says. Oh my goodness! So am I all of a sudden like now I'm a race traitor? I hate black people all of a sudden. I'm a domestic terrorist. I'm a white supremacist. I'm the neo Ku Klux Klan. I'm a neo-Nazi. All these terms that these people just throw at you. This is all to basically alter the masses' mind, and it's to get the people who are in the matrix essentially to come against you. It's mob rule. The Democrats and the left are so good at messaging. Y'all, they are so good at messaging that they are able to indict Donald Trump for absolutely no reason. That is how good they are at messaging. They are able to take something that is absolutely nothing, that means absolutely nothing. They're able to completely change that narrative and make it seem radical, or make it seem like it's terrorism or make it seem like it's the new Nazi, the new 1940s Germany, you know, when really we just want them to stop murdering their children. You know, it's like really that's all we're asking for. And so it's really funny how they say all this, but then you look at how they act. You know what I'm saying? They're literally Pharisees from the Bible. Like the Pharisees say one thing, they accuse you of one thing, but then they act in total hypocrisy, right? So it is the left, it's the Democrats who are calling for the execution of Trump. The lady held up Trump's head bloody. You had another guy say that he would assassinate Trump, I think Johnny Depp or something like that. By the way, look, I was team Johnny Depp during the trial, but that wasn't cool. I mean, who's out here trying to assassinate a president? Also, isn't that like, correct me if I'm wrong, is that like illegal to say that? Is that illegal? To like say, yeah, like I might blow up the White House. I might assassinate the president.
It's illegal to make a threat and have the ability to carry out the threat.
Okay, got you. Thank you. Thank you for our former police officer, Micah Messer. So anyway, but yeah, just weird. Just imagine real quick if Donald Trump said a quarter of what these people said. And also think about this. Think about how much they're like blatantly lying. That one lady said that Donald Trump called all Mexicans rapists and murderers. That's not even close to what he said. Okay, he said that some of the people coming across the border, the illegal immigrants, are raping and killing our children, which is objectively true. There's fentanyl that can kill the entire American population twice over coming through the southern border. I mean, what else can I really say? Like, that's just a fact. You can't just deny it. That's not me being racist against Mexican people. I have a lot of Mexican friends. I love Mexican food. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just call me like anti-Mexican for saying that there's drugs coming from the border. Just like there's sex trafficking happening all over the world. Does that make me anti-world? Because I kind of am anti-world actually, because you know I'm a Christian. So, but anyway, no. So. What I am saying is that the messaging is so good. They're so good at this, and I wish we were this good. Not to the point to where we're blatantly lying, but to the point to where we can create the truth and show the truth in a proper narrative. You know what I'm saying? Their messaging is so good, and like I said earlier, their messaging was so good that they were able to indict Trump off of nothing. So I think they're indicting him off of the January 6th stuff where he incited violence. But you guys have to realize, even in his tweets leading up to the whole January 6th thing, which by the way we didn't see. Because his Twitter got deleted, and then it comes out like a year or two later. We see his tweet when his Twitter is restored by Elon Musk. God bless Elon Musk for that. We see the tweet. We see that he was telling people to go in peace, peacefully go.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace
and fight for your rights, right? And then he even told people to go home. He released a whole video. While it was happening, he said, "I love you guys. I support you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being your true patriots. But it's time to go home. It's time the violence to stop." Okay, he verbatim said everything that the media told him to say. Like everything that the media would have wanted him to say, he said it already. He said it before, he said it during, he said it after. And ever since that happened, he said that he has condemned the violence. Simple. I mean, you can't really like. I mean, look, you're indicting someone for inciting violence. We have examples of people inciting violence throughout history. Okay, but hang on. If that's inciting violence, what Trump did before, during, and after, saying go home, go in peace, just fight for your rights, what do we call that? Is that inciting violence? Should we be indicting some people on that video, on the media, on CNN news anchors who are getting paid to put out truth? Should we be indicting them for inciting violence, for calling our president to be put to death, for harassing his supporters, harassing his cabinet members, harassing Supreme Court members? We saw that. I mean, these are what people are. This is what not just like regular people, but these are what actors in Hollywood are saying, politicians on the Hill. Like they're saying, look, this is what you should do. Get riled up, get fired up, get mad, get angry, and fight. Right? Go up and choke them. I mean, former Vice President Joe Biden up there saying that he would take him in the back of school and beat him up. I doubt that. I mean, look, Trump versus Biden. Come on, y'all. Like, y'all really, you got like 8-foot tall Trump versus like Joe Biden, who's probably like 5'7" or something. I paid to watch it too. That's way better than any kind of MMA fight going on right now. Even though, never mind. That's like another thing. But anyway, yeah, go ahead and comment. I know you guys might be a little biased, but legit, like Trump versus Biden in a boxing ring. Who do you guys got? Okay, I think I got Trump because he's got the length. You know what I'm saying? You know, he does that little dance, so he's been practicing with his arms and stuff like that. I got Trump, and Biden probably won't even know which round he's in. And I'm not talking about because he's gonna get punched in the face, but because he has dementia. So yeah. But anyway, that if that doesn't prove that, first of all, Trump is innocent, but that these people on the left are hypocrites, and that this is all just a political ploy, then I don't know what does. I mean, that's like a compilation. I'm sure I could find another hour of stuff like that from modern day politicians and actors. I mean, we can pull up tweets. I bet Twitter's way worse than that. I've seen stuff on Twitter where people, I mean, again, borderline illegal in my opinion. Like I think you know, whatever. But I am a free speech absolutist. But that's what y'all be wilding on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, I think I proved my case. That'll be the video. Guys, be sure to comment whether you take Trump or Biden in a boxing match. And while you're at it, go ahead and like the video. We'd really appreciate that. And stay tuned for our video coming out next Tuesday. God bless you guys and have a good rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And be sure to hit that follow button and that join button here on Rumble. It'll take you over to our locals channel where you can further support the show and get access to additional content. God bless.